take full accountability that I'm a giver upper when it comes to relationships and friendships. Once you try me, I'm done.
That's it. That's it.
But I feel like this is a friendship that I would fight for. And when I say fight for, I mean like when I give her up, I mean the smallest things that could be fixed, right? Communication. Like I would love to have those hard conversations with you. I would love for it to be hard and still get through it with you.
And knowing that we won't take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
We won't be all acting funny or cheating.
Like I'm all in.
Yes.
Like this is I never felt
this
like
is like
this.
a sisterhood. We're really sisters.
Yeah.
Cause I realize I'm guiding myself. It's all I got in the end. It's what I found out.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sha, and I'm back with another video. And today I have my beautiful sis, Mariah. So today, y'all, we're just gonna do like a sit down talk. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna have all her information in the description down below, so make sure y'all go ahead and get to that. What's up, sis? How you been, girl? Because
good, girl.
Really, to be honest, we haven't seen each other in
It's been a minute.
4 weeks.
You know, we do our nail link ups.
Yeah.
Our girl talks then. But
Yeah. You know, with our topic, I kind of want to like, we connect, but like we haven't connected to where like you told me your childhood, right? So the way I look at you is, like I said previously before that, I see that you're very soft with me, right? But I can also tell, like you mentioned to me, that you're angry, right? And so when I look at you, I be like, where's that Mariah before all of the trauma?
yeah. Actually, I didn't really have a bad childhood. Like,
Right.
I was cool. I was raised with both parents in my household. Not really no problems, no toxicness.
Yes.
Like it was cool. Like
It was
I was
pretty
blessed.
smooth.
I would say that I was blessed.
Yeah, that's why I can see that though, because I see the way you are with me. I'm just like, your trauma didn't come from childhood.
It didn't come from childhood. It didn't come until I started dealing with these men.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, you know. Like my childhood was great though. I'm not gonna lie. My parents were great. I was raised very well, clean environment, church environment. You name it.
Yes, you grew up in
My
church.
parents were married actually. They were
Really?
married.
Wow.
I was actually the only child that they were married with.
So did they divorce like when you were like a teenager?
Let me see. I was probably about maybe like 12.
12?
Maybe like 12.
But when you're 12, you're already in your own little lane.
I wasn't even tripping. So it's like
you figuring out things on your own.
I just wanted them to be happy more than anything.
Yeah.
So if that's what y'all gotta do to be happy, then
you were very understanding.
I was.
Wow, that's really deep, and that's why I always say you so strong, because me, I'm very emotional.
Are you?
And my mom left my dad when I was 2 months.
Oh,
so she was on her own, and I was the only child for 14 years. My whole entire like childhood, I used to always beg them to get together because I wanted to see how that 2-parent household would be. It's just, and I never understood. My mom always kept saying, you're gonna understand one day.
Yep,
I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna bash your dad, I'm not gonna tell you anything, but you're gonna see yourself. And yeah, so it was a lot of back and forth with hearing things from my dad and hearing things from my mom, and I feel like that affected me. But I don't think trauma came from my childhood.
Yeah. What age do you think your trauma came?
I feel like my trauma came when my real trauma came when I was 17. Originally, I was kicked out of my home. Remember, I mentioned that before, but I think my real trauma came from my dad. When I was 17, I was able to see what my mom was talking about. He showed me his hand. He showed me who he was. Like you stated previous before, when you met guys, right? And so with me dating, I picked a guy that was literally like my dad.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know, I can say that my childhood was smooth, but my dad wasn't like an affectionate person.
Yeah.
He didn't really say I love you, hug a lot or nothing. So growing up, I started to look for that in these men. You know what I'm saying? I started to look for that love that I felt like, or like the attention that I was missing from my dad, kind of, in a way, if I'm saying that right. You know what I'm saying? I started to look for that through men, and that's not the way to go.
But sis, I think that's probably why you're not so affectionate. You don't think that's why?
Exactly why.
Yeah, because I realized that you told me you don't like nobody being all up in your space.
But I'm trying to change it. I'm trying to break the cycle, but it's like,
yeah,
I gotta really, really, really like,
really like be intimate with you. My dad, it was a little situation. I kind of don't really want to like speak on it too much, but he was verbally abusive.
I know about that.
And my mom, growing up, she used to teach me, no man calls you out of your name.
That's right.
So my whole entire life, I knew, I was dating at 16. I knew that you don't say certain things to me, and if you do, you're cut off. Because my mom taught me that, and I seen it. My mom went through it, but she always checked him, like, you ain't finna talk to me like that in front of my kid. So my dad was the first man to call me a B word.
Oh wow!
When I was 17. So when he did that, I confronted him, and that confrontation caused him. It triggered him because no woman has ever stepped up to him besides my mom. My mom was the only one who stepped up and left, right? So when I confronted him, he did something that hurted me for the rest. That affects me to this day. That I'm not going to speak on yet because I'm not ready. But at the time, I was in contact with my BD, my baby daddy, my ex-boyfriend, and I wasn't too attached to him. We were literally just getting to know each other. We were out there, like, and after that situation happened, I ended up having PTSD, and my baby daddy was my rescuer, my hero, my comforter, right? And he seen that I was so, like, I had separation anxiety. I was only safe around him. I didn't have, like, I was kicked out at 17, so it was like I didn't have family no more. Now I'm just with you. You're my only person. You're my hero. You're helping me get to school. You're helping me eat every day. You gave me a place to stay. You and your family, right? And I feel like our trauma bond started when he started to see that I was around him. I was stuck to him, and I couldn't function without him. I could only eat if I was around him. I was that attached. And when he seen that I was a safe space, he took advantage.
Of course, they all do.
And he became what my dad was, verbally abusive, a narcissist. So I think that's how trauma bonding started. So, like, what do you think what is trauma bond to you?
Trauma bonding to me, my perspective of trauma bonding is, we've been through a lot of things. So it's like we bond through a lot of things, but we have that trauma where we makes us bond a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can relate on so many different levels. So it's like, that's my perspective of trauma bonding. That's how I take it.
Yeah, because I don't think trauma bonding don't have to always be so toxic, right? But again, it's when you both share trauma, right? And so I feel like me and my baby dad, we shared a trauma. We both had mommy issues. We both had daddy issues. We both were on our own at 16 and 17 years old. We both were. That's traumatic. Just imagine your kid 16, 17 years old on their own, fending for
themselves.
That's pretty deep. It is traumatic. So do you currently think that you have trauma bonded with somebody? Or it don't have to always necessarily be like with a guy.
No, I'm good right now. I'm pretty much out of my traumatic stages, and that's why I want to keep the person who put me there away. Like, I love you to death, but you gotta stay away from me. So, like, I can't do it no more. At some point, you gotta love yourself more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really had one person that really traumatized me, and other than that, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good on it.
So, like, with the person that you trauma bonded with, what made you get out of that? Like, what clicked inside of you? Like, you're no good for me.
The consistent bad behavior, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a pattern. It never changed. Once I see that you're never gonna change, it's like, nah, bro, I'm wasting my time.
So, like when you were reflecting, like you just sitting and reflecting, and you just like, I can't do this.
You could, yep. Once I explain to you the problem, I tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
You take that and you still don't. You know what I'm saying? You just
don't stand on business.
Don't stand on business. It's like one in one ear, not the other.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you don't give a fuck about how I feel.
Yeah.
So you gotta go. Once I realize the person don't care about me, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Because
so with me, I was weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where I'm going with the question is, like, were you ever weak? Like you felt like you was too stuck to just let go?
Oh yeah, it took a good year to really like let
to
go.
Keep like
it's easy to say, I'm gonna stop talking to this person. I'm gonna stop doing it. I'm gonna stop doing it. As soon as they come around, it's like butterflies. You know what I'm saying? You forget all about that shit because you can see the potential in a person.
You see the good in somebody.
When you can see the potential in a person, you know what they're capable of. You know they're capable of loving, being great. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And they don't see the potential themselves. It's like, damn, I see it, but you don't even see it in yourself. Like, come on now.
And that's why it's not working.
Yeah. So I definitely had my vulnerable, weak moments where I done cried. I done cried plenty of times in the shower, you know, hiding. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to do it in front of your kid or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want to never look weak in front of your child. But
but sometimes
we are human.
And we single moms.
We human at the end of the day. Like, shit get hard.
Yeah, it do get hard.
Single moms, we got the weight of the world on our shoulder. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, we strong. We really, and I feel like we're different.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to get into this too, like inviting our kids in this conversation, right? Because us being these strong women, like independent women, sis, like we really stand on business when they come to take care of our kids, paying bills, and not depending on no man. So I feel like when a man sees that, it's whatever. Like, they're not going to act like this towards their other baby moms because they know their other baby moms are dependable on them. But when they see us, like, oh, she got it. It's always she got it.
I always
she
got it. Like, men, they get intimidated by strong, independent women.
They do.
They want a woman to need them. They want to feel needed. They want to feel wanted. That's cool and all.
They want to be used,
but at the same time, that's when they start walking all over you. They think they can cheat. Mm-hmm. They can step out because why? They can control you because they do this. They do that. No, I'm good. I pay my own bills. Now what? Now what?
And sometimes they feel like, I heard somebody say, she didn't need me. But we all need somebody. We don't need you financially.
Yeah, like, I need you in many ways.
It's
you just don't even know.
You just want to be used. Like, you just want to be used. Society nowadays is females needs money.
It's all about sex and money.
Yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
Really being honest, it's all about sex and money.
And gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
material shit.
Yeah.
They don't care about the real thing.
Yeah.
The mental.
Like,
what's inside. Like how a person really think, how a person really operates.
Yeah.
Like, small minded. And I hate small
and they don't know how to, people don't know how to grow.
They don't.
They
so stuck at a standstill.
Yeah.
And it's they mamas.
Yeah.
Encouraging them. These dudes got their stupid mamas in their ear.
Yeah.
No wrong.
I think that makes
that makes a big difference.
A huge difference.
These men,
because men feel like they don't have to change or fix something because their mom is reassuring them that it's okay. Yeah. And most of these times their parents are jealous. So they're giving you bad advice.
So that you can fail. That your relationship could fail
because they didn't have a good man. But that's what I'm saying. When you, that's why all women, all mothers need to heal, because you are a boy mom, right? And even though you probably didn't meet that one man that has did everything for you, thank you.
Oh, thank you. She said she wanted to join us.
Okay. So even though you know you haven't had a man that you haven't met your guy, your person yet, you want your son to be that person.
You want him to be that person.
But it's some women out here that's mothers that don't want their son to be that. They don't care.
You know what I noticed? It's mothers out here that's molding their son to be that man that they never had.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you're not molding him to be your man. Let him go.
let him figure out, guide him, lead him,
but let him go.
Yeah, let him go. These mama boys I can't deal with. I can't, because I don't want to feel like I'm in competition with your mom.
With your mama.
I rather feel like we're all family, but I don't want to be in competition
with your mom. Right? She got to know her place. That's number one.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all women in your life, whether it's a baby mama, a sister, a mom, a auntie, they all need to know their place, because they're not your women at the end of the day.
And another thing is, I want you to be able to respect your women in your family. If you're talking to me, and I pay attention to that. I have some guy friends that call females B words like it ain't nothing. They family, they cousins and stuff like that. And
I know.
I just be like, wow. You know,
if you could talk to them like that,
you would never respect me.
Never.
You would never respect me. I don't know how it's becoming so normal.
Yeah.
And so I want to like go back to our kids, right? Because we're single moms and we done been through a lot of traumatic things with our baby fathers. And what are some coping mechanisms and healing strategies that you use when, you know, around your kid, like when you are upset and everything start to, because when we're healing, it's not pretty.
It's not pretty.
We good one day, the next day we crying, we thinking about our past, and we feeling down, we feeling low, like we fuck it.
I've learned to do my crying in the shower. I wash my face real good. Step out like a whole new woman.
You let it out. You cry. You cry.
Wash it away. Step out. It is what it is. Superwoman.
Yeah.
You don't have no choice. Mothers don't have a choice. We could be feeling like shit. And we still gotta be a mother at the end of the day. So it's like me moping around, being sad, and having my son wipe my tears. That's not gonna do nothing for me. So what I try to do is just focus. I just, when he, you know, speak on his dad and want to talk to him, and I know it's not a bad time, I'll just say, he's at work right now. We'll talk to him later. He'll call you later. I kind of make excuses. I go outside, get some fresh air, take him to the park, you know, just try to clear my head. Just got to get a clear mindset and try to stay productive. That's very important, because you can't sit around in your own misery. I've learned that too. That shit don't get you nowhere. It's going to make you start losing weight. You start having all these thoughts, suicidal thoughts, all type of things. You don't, you know, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And for a person that don't really think about you for real life. It's not worth it. So I just try to focus on being productive. Just being
just like keeping yourself busy.
Just breathe. Just breathe. Because a lot of times I get overwhelmed and I just shut down. I'll shut down.
Yeah, me too.
I can't do that.
Me too. It's like with me, I bottle everything up inside.
And that's not good.
And so Zaylee, you know, although she's 3, she knows when something's wrong with me.
Yeah, they can feel it.
And like when I'm having a bad day, I don't want to. I don't want to scream at her. I don't want to say anything to her. I don't want to say anything, so I'm quiet.
And it's so funny because our topic was trauma bonding.
Yeah.
But there's also this thing called trauma dumping.
Yeah.
Where you dump your trauma on people.
Yeah.
And I try not to do that to my son. So if I'm having a bad day and I know I'm feeling some type of way, I'm not gonna go dump that on my son. You know
because I feel like my mom did that with me, and she admits it to this day. She's very accountable, and that's why I respect her so much, because she's accountable.
Take accountability. That's all it takes.
But it took her this long to take accountability, because I started to see it when I became a teenager. But my mom was always angry, and where we come from now versus where she came from, it was more so like you go through all of this stuff and you suck it up. So she had me very young, and when she was stressed out, you know, she was doing everything by herself. And at the time as a kid, we bumped heads a lot because I didn't understand that. I used to always take it personal, like, why are you always yelling at me? Why you always got an attitude? Why everything I do is just like, it's just why, like, is it me?
And I understand that from my dad's perspective too, because once my parents did get divorced, and he was a single dad, and my dad ended up getting custody of us. And he kind of went through the same thing. Like I said, he already wasn't an affectionate person. So he was always kind of to himself in his room. Go to work, come home from work, go straight to his room. Just to himself. And now I understand as a parent, as an adult, I understand. Like, you go to work, you have 1,000,001 things on your plate, you got all these bills, and then you got to come home take care of kids. You gotta do all this. I understand. A lot space and boundaries is very important.
Right.
As people, as parents, we all need our space. And I try not to be mean, push your kid away or say, but it's necessary sometimes. Like, listen, take a step back. I need to breathe. I need 10 minutes to myself. Can you go in your room? Yeah. That's why you have your own room. You have your own space so that you can go there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to set boundaries with my kid as well as his dad. And a lot of people in my life, it's just like I'm just at a point where I'm trying to set boundaries and just get stuff straight and organized. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like when stuff is just all over the place.
So you feel like boundaries with your kid is a big thing.
It's very important too, because I have a cancer. Yeah.
Girl, I got a Sagittarius.
He's real
loving and affectionate. He's clingy.
And then when
that's how they are.
I give that. Of course, that's how he know how to love. From mama.
Yeah.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So if I tell you I need a minute, give me a minute, I just need some space, he should be able to respect that without feeling some type of way. Mama, why you being mean? Or why you... I don't want you to feel that way, son. I just need... Mama got a lot going on right now. You just don't understand.
Yes.
Like, so it's just...
And I get that we understand that now. But it's like, well, my kid, she when she sees me get quiet, she understands. Mm-hmm. And she will try to do things like get my attention. She'll come in front of me and start dancing. She likes to do all of that though, try to comfort me because she sees mommy is not in her best state. Right. And I be feeling so bad because I be like,
she knows how to comfort because she do that. It's like, I don't know. People always try to make people seem like bad parents when we're having a bad day or something like that.
I get into those those days where I just need a break. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes I don't have enough support for a break because I'm stuck. You say I'm a girl out of it, but I'm stuck in that space where I don't want to just drop my baby off.
Yeah, but that's normal. I was like that too. Yeah. You see, Messiah didn't really start going to place until he started school. So I feel like once Zaylee starts school,
I'll be all right. But that makes a lot of sense. But I really think that her acting out and stuff like that comes from her dad not there because her dad was always around. And it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I wish I can just call and be like, come get your kid, but I don't like it's not that I don't. He's a great dad, but it's just like
that's a far distance.
It's hard for me to fly to a different state, drop you off, and go back home. No, I can't do that. And she's still
young. I can see once she get a little older and everything,
where she's able to like call
you and just be comfortable because she's not gonna be comfortable without you right now. Either. Y'all are attached to each other. So it's like it is what it is. Fathers can either get with it or get lost. We carry them for 9 months at the same time. They are attached to us. Like it's not just us. We have anxiety, separation anxiety. All that stuff is real.
Do you feel like do you feel like you were in love, or were you just? It was just an attachment.
I was in love.
You feel like it was because before we get into that question, I have this. I self-reflected and I really have been thinking like. We have seasons with people, right? Mm-hmm. And when our seasons end with people, we focus mainly on why the season ended. Mm-hmm. And we're always just like, oh, I fell out with her because she was fake, right? I fell out with him because he cheated on me. Yeah. But in that moment, before all of that happened, what was the relationship like? How was I growing as a person? Yeah. What did I learn? What can I take from that? So with you saying you were in love instead of an attachment, how was that for you? Like on the positive side?
On the positive side, that's what I do like to try to think about the goods and the bads.
Yeah.
The goods, I'm gonna say it outweighed the bad, but in the beginning, the good definitely outweighed the bad. We were good. Like everything was just.
Well, how were you? Like I was before fine. You were who you are now. Who were you? Who was Mariah? Like, were you that soft person? You were very soft?
Yeah. Well, see, one thing about me, when I'm in love, I am very submissive. I'm very soft. I'm very, whatever, people pleaser. People, I just want you to be happy type shit. Mm-hmm. So, once I get through that phase, that's when I know, okay. Shit, right now you kind of pushing me right now. Like,
do you feel like you're tender?
I can be.
Yeah.
I can be, definitely.
Yeah.
It just take the right person with me. I'm not like that with everybody.
Like when I say Tinder, like, are you super possessive or like
all of the above?
All of the above.
I already know what you're finna say. I'm all of that in the bag and everything. I'm telling you, I'm Tinder. I'm checking shit. I'm mad. I'm jealous. I'm possessive. I'm whatever you want to call me.
Yeah.
But you my shit, so I got the right to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So what the hell?
So with you, okay, so that was then, right? So do you feel, are you that same Mariah now? Like if you meet, like you're talking to somebody, you're dating. So do you feel like you're that same possessive, or you learned, or you're just like more soft?
I kind of have learned. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who think all men cheat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do. So once I got that in my head, like, okay, you're gonna go through things with somebody, period. Like, you know, nothing's perfect. So it's like you gotta just pick that person to just rock out with at the same time. I ain't saying accept anything, you know, we ain't just out here accepting the bare minimum and letting niggas cheat on us and all that. Like, I ain't saying be no damn dummy. But at the same time, it's like, are you really finna keep stressing over the same shit when you know that niggas do what they do? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I don't want you to think like that, though.
I don't want to have to think like that. But I kind of want you to. I do. It's just a me thing. Because I don't know.
With me, when I was in a relationship, at first, that first half of the relationship, I didn't care about. This is a big thing too. I tell all my family and my mom and my dad, and they be looking at me crazy. Instagram was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
You liking pictures and following girls. And it was a really huge thing because I feel like social media is a dating app.
It is.
And it got to the point where the more attached that I got to my ex, I didn't want him talking to no females.
And that's how, you're not wrong though, because I feel like I'm all you need.
I feel like it's not even that. I feel like you should. He didn't put me in that place of safety,
security.
Like, I can trust you have friend girls. Yeah. I can trust you like somebody picture and not go in their DMs to try to talk to them.
Yeah. See, and I've never really been that until you give me a reason.
Yeah.
Now, if I see this
for sure.
Constantly, y'all high and shit.
Yeah.
Now you got a problem. But I feel like not to be like that when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
Because it's social media.
Like, no, I understand that. Yeah. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
I had problems with females that he messed with.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like if you texted them and on some inappropriate level before, and I found out, and now you're following them again, and you're liking their picture, and they're doing the same thing back. Yeah. I feel like that is a problem because as a female myself, guys don't even
follow their ass.
Yeah.
Why are they even on your page?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's before me, previous, they shouldn't even be, around.
Yeah.
Why are they? Unless you're talking to them.
There was a point in time where I made him like take a certain female off of his page, right? He always found himself back, and it always used to make me overthink. Yeah. So let's get off what he was doing. It was what I was doing. I was doing a lot of comparing. I was comparing myself to this female. Like, why?
What is she doing that I'm not doing? Why do you keep going back? I've been there.
Why are you not just happy with me?
I've been there.
Right. So now I feel like when I date, I don't even care about Instagram. I feel like I was like that because I let him make myself believe that it was something wrong with me.
Yeah. And
right?
Making you self-reflect. Yeah. And you look at yourself different in the mirror and shit, like, nah.
So that was the only thing that I was possessive about. But I feel like now when I date, I don't even want to go through your following. I don't want to go through your likes.
It's best if we just...
That jump made my heart... make me heat up. I start sweating and shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see. I don't even want to go
social media if you could be respectful. And these dudes don't know how to be respectful.
They use social media as dating app.
It's full of half naked females.
Yeah, and don't want you.
Yeah, I say they get mad when you go and put on a half shirt or something like that. They know, I thought that's what you
like. And get mad when you follow and you do and you like and stuff like that. So I don't know why they're so one-sided, bro. They so one-sided.
Manipulators, bro.
Yeah.
And they are narcissists. They don't think nothing wrong with nothing that they do. And that's a big problem.
Yeah, it is a big problem.
I like men who can say, okay, baby, yeah, you was right. You right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. We can move on. But all that, well, on last Tuesday, you did this and that. Like that. So I don't got time for that.
So I have another question. So when you were like with your ex, so every time, like, do you feel like you have this thing where like you have delayed reactions, delayed emotions, where when somebody do something to you in that moment, you push it aside and then later on you feel it?
Nope.
No?
Opposite. I feel it right away. I be actually hot.
But you say you were able to forgive him and like forget it. So it doesn't take a minute?
Because I don't care. Like,
now,
the feelings are gone. Like, a lot has changed. Once, like I always say, once that pain turned into disgust, baby, I don't give a damn about your well-being. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, it just, and I hate when I get to that point. Once you push me to that point, baby, it's over with. It's really nothing you can do
at all.
So, yeah, but in that moment, if I'm fucking with you, or if if I call myself being in love with you, or if I'm feeling some strong feelings about you, baby, I'll be ready to crash out. And that's where I'm trying to change. I react first and I think later. And that's where I know I'm wrong at.
Yeah. So, my reactions, because girl, I can tell you,
I have a hard time too. I don't know how to bite my lips. So if something come in my head and I feel like I need to say it, it's gonna grind my
that
gears.
Is one of my biggest things. That is one of my biggest things. Like,
I don't care if you done block me. I'll make a fake number just to say what I gotta say real quick, and then I
gotta get the last word.
You gotta get the last word. I gotta get it off my chest. So I don't know. It'd be crazy with me sometimes.
So I feel like that was one of my biggest things too. And I used to always blame him. When things didn't go right for me. But sometimes it was me, because I allowed you to make me react. Yes. I allowed you to make me scream, make me yell, make me say bitter things, make me do hurtful things when I could have kept my mouth shut. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, me too.
Keep my mouth completely shut. So when I deal with him now, because we have a kid, I have to control myself. I have to.
I'm definitely.
Sometimes it be getting to the point where, like, he might say something that trigger me, and I'd be like, "Oh, I gotta call you later." I'll call you later.
I know that's right. That's your phone. You in control.
I don't want to, and I don't want to show that any emotion. I don't want to show that I feel some type of way. I have to I'll call you later.
Disconnect, and you have the right to do that. Yeah, they fail to realize that too. They try to make you seem like you have to answer your phone, or you have to do this, or you have to sit up and listen to their bullshit. No, I don't.
I don't have
I'll call you back. Yeah. My situation is a bit different. Yeah, he's verbally abusive, so he triggers me in the worst way. Get to calling me all out my name.
You're still in that stage, because I was there too, sis.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I feel like, but like I keep saying, you have to starve. You gotta starve them. Like,
don't give them nothing.
My BD, he won't try me no more. Yeah. Because he knows, like, she's gonna block me.
No reaction. And that's where I want to be. She's gonna block me. I always gotta say something back, and I'm trying to really just keep his ass on red.
It's okay, but listen, don't beat yourself up, because it's gonna take time for you to grow. Like, it's gonna take time for you to really get to that point when you don't care, when it doesn't matter to you, and what they say doesn't hurt you. You're gonna grow, because this how you're gonna look at him. You're going to be having a conversation with him, and you're going to be like, you're still in the same spot.
Oh, yeah. I do that all the time. I just look at him sometimes.
That means you're growing. Yeah. That means and that's why I like that saying, slow motion is better than no motion.
That's true.
Slow growth is better than no growth, because it's like, I'm in a whole different place, and you still there. Yeah. At least I'm moving.
And it's different. I don't know why it's so different in person. Like, in person, I laugh in his face. Like, he can talk all the shit in the world. I laugh. I'll be like, "Are you done?" But like, the text messages, I don't know. He always get me with the text messages.
But sis,
he gets to saying all that disrespectful shit. I have to say something back. It's like, did you really
listen, sis?
Get away with that?
But you never heard of that saying that we have to stop. We got to stop communicating through text, because we set our own tones.
Right.
We set our own tones, and it's different when I'm talking to somebody on the phone rather than text or in person.
Yeah.
In person is way better.
It is.
But moving forward, Before we even get into that, actually, do you think you are the same person you were 6 months ago?
Nope.
Because I remember us 6 months ago.
I was.
We were speaking where we at into existence. We said we were gonna do our nail. You were gonna do your nails.
You was gonna do your
content.
And we've been consistent. And
so
standing on business with these men. Like, I don't play with these.
Yeah.
These men can't play with me. Like, no.
So like, do you feel as though you're in a way better place?
I am.
Okay. And you feel like your reactions, everything's just different.
Everything's different. Everything's better, but there's still room for improvement.
Yeah, of course, because I have to truly say I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Like,
I'm proud of you too.
Yes, girl, because I feel like our friendship, although our friendship started from nail, we met through somebody else.
Yes.
And it started from you just being my nail tag. And then it came from us bonding off our trauma.
And being parents.
Yeah.
Single mom.
Because, again, it's hard to be friends with somebody that doesn't have kids.
And that don't understand you, period.
Yeah. And we both understood each other when it came to isolation. We had a friend who would get upset about not answering the phone, understanding, but we knew, okay, Mariah not acting funny.
Right.
She got stuff to do. She got a kid.
We grown. Like,
we need isolation. That's why we don't always see each other either, because we always be busy. We need time to recharge, to be around each other again, to know ourselves, to grow. And I love that. I love how our friendship has so much space. Not too much space, but it has space. And
every time that we do reconnect, it's
better. It gets like, so much better. Like, it gets so much better.
We give each other time to miss each other. That's very important in a relationship.
I really love our friendship so much. And
I've seen you grow as a parent. I remember, when I first met you, you was like, still trying to figure out,
how to handle her.
Girl, you've been standing on business.
Thank you, sis.
Ptsd is so beautiful. She's so smart, and she just going right in the right path.
Thank you. But that's why I love our friendship, because you helped me with that. You helped me get out of that space where it's okay to discipline your child. That was one of my biggest, it's still one of my biggest things. But you see how she act. And you see how I would have to just be like, bruh. Like, but you helped me. And that's why I love our friendship so much. I'm so big on and I'm so big on this friendship.
Yes, me too.
I can take full accountability that I'm a giver-upper when it comes to relationships and friendships. Once you try me, I'm done.
That's it. That's it.
But I feel like this is a friendship that I will fight for. And when I say fight for, I mean, like, when I give her up, I mean the smallest things that could be fixed, right? Communication. Like, I would love to have those hard conversations with you. I would love for it to be hard and still get through it with you.
And knowing that we won't take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
We won't be all acting funny, or she
like, I'm all in.
Yes.
Like, I never felt
this
like
is like a sisterhood. We're really sisters.
Yeah. We both Tauruses. Like, what, 2 days apart from each other?
Literally.
Like, and we act alike and everything.
Definitely.
And so I wanna broadcast this.
Yeah.
I wanna broadcast this because friendships nowadays is about who's pretty. I want to be around somebody who's pretty.
Animosity and all that weird shit.
You gotta like my story. You gotta do this. We gotta date the same guys. No, like, I like how our friendship isn't, let's go out. Let's go run the streets.
We actually spend time together.
We spend time. We don't even have to spend money. We just around each other. We outside with our kids.
When we at home and shit,
we just outside with our kids, enjoying everything and being parents. Like,
and really just taking the time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
That's major too. Like, people hop into friendships and just assume that they know this girl. Listen.
Because I'm gonna need them to know. It took us a minute to get here. We known each other about 2 years?
No, we met in 2021. 3 years.
So 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
It took us 3 years.
Like 4 years,
yeah. It took us 3 years to get here.
Yeah.
And because we both were traumatized by friendships, relationships. We were both stuck in a relationship, but we really manifested our lives.
We did,
like, you don't understand.
Because
we manifesting
I was just gonna say, like,
more growth.
Oh, just for
more growth.
We gonna watch this video in a year, maybe.
Yeah, and it's gonna be we gonna be up. We up like.
It's only up from here for real. And you need friends like that. That see the vision, that want it just as bad.
It's gonna be with you through your worst. Yeah. Because I feel like we were with each other through our worst, and people don't know how to do that. I lost my best friend of 11 plus years because she couldn't be with me through my worst, and she was tired. She was tired of hearing what I was going through, and that's why I feel like you were so comfortable talking to me about your situation, because I wasn't that type of person that's always pushing you away. Yeah. I understood, and I still understand. You can come to me whenever. I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna be like, leave. I don't really want you to hate your baby daddy. I'm not the type of friend that wants you to hate your boyfriend or your baby daddy because they did this. I want y'all to get along. Like, I want to get along with my baby daddy.
That's how it should be, for real.
I don't want to be one of those hating ass friends like, I don't want you with him. No, I want you with a man.
And that's all.
I do.
The only kind of friends I've ever had. They got so used to the lonely Mariah, the one that's always single, the one that's always by
Let's
himself.
get into that.
Somebody, it's like, damn.
Let's get into that. And that's why. Let's get into that.
They get used to you being.
They get used to you being that. They get used to you in that low spot.
So when you start growing, it's too much.
And they'll be in your ear the whole time. We need to find you a man.
You need this. You need that.
And then as soon as I get it, you
mad.
You upset. You want what I got.
I told you about that one situation with that one girl. Yeah. She did that to me. Yeah. Ran back and told my business. Like, what was your point?
Yeah, what was it?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
But we're not like that at all.
If I could see this girl, I would still to this day want to ask her that. Like,
what was your reasoning? Like, I see that we both have like, I have mommy issues. Yeah, me and my mom, like, we bump heads a lot. We're just now trying to like, well, we don't bump heads recently, but we were bumping heads a lot back then.
Hey, get down, little boy, get down. I'm sorry, but yeah, I can kind of relate though. Me and my mom, we ain't been seeing eye to eye either.
Do you feel like as a mom it affects you? Because this is probably going to be one of the deepest things I say, but I feel like I see so much of my mom inside of me. I feel like you become who you despise.
Really? That's deep.
I do. Deep. And I can honestly say sometimes I become the old Antronita. Yeah. Like I become the person that I used to be upset about. Like I used to question myself about when she be mean to me, or she yell at me, and sometimes I would have to literally stop myself from yelling at Zaylee and being impatient with her, and all she's trying to do is just tell me she wants something, and I'm just not having a good day, and when I'm not having a good day, I end up just taking after what I saw. So I have to really, really take a step back, and my whole thing is I have to pray a lot.
Yeah. That's definitely major key.
And I'm constantly begging for forgiveness. I always say I forgive, but I don't know if I do for real, because I'm always in my head about it. Yeah. Like, how do you know you forgave somebody?
When I completely let it go. Once I don't let a situation affect me no more, I think. Once I kind of stop, because I'm an overthinker. If something bothering me, I'm gonna think. It's not gonna get off my brain until I do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's me
so
too.
Once I don't feel like that no more, I know I completely let go.
Like you forgave.
I forgive you, but at the same time, it all depends on the person and the situation too. Because I'll forgive you, but fuck you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like my child or something like that, and then as a parent too, I have normalized apologizing to my child.
Yeah.
If I'm having a bad day and I go off the rocket and I think about it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, son. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to do you like that.
Yeah.
You know, mama just having a bad day. It's really all about communication. Really. Just gotta talk it out.
Yeah.
They understand. They'll understand.
They do. I'm pretty sure with Messiah being of age, I feel like he's very smart.
He does.
And he understands a lot.
He does, and he sees what me and his daddy go through. So he like, want his mama to be happy too.
Yeah,
at the same time.
I see that.
He over the BS. He used to be all begging, want daddy to come around. Now it's like, no, he can stay where he at. Yeah, I like mama over here.
The other day, me and Zaylee, I was watching one of my vlogs, and she seen me talking to the guy we met. she was like, no, mommy. Like, she was looking at me like, no, that's bad. So I think she understands that I was around another guy, and so besides her dad, because she only see me with her dad. Like, I don't bring her around nobody. Other guy.
Yeah, I already
know. She has never been around another guy, and she doesn't understand. And when I go back to Florida, when he sees her, we're together. Mm-hmm. We're all a family. So she's only used to that. So how do you think Messiah feels about, like, does he allow you to date, or does he have a problem with it? Because you know, boys are different, and he's older. Zaylee's just 3 years old.
I feel like he okay with it, but he, at the end of the day, still would rather have it be his dad.
Yeah.
So it's just like he don't really care, but he like, nigga, I don't really like you like that. Like, I'd rather it be my daddy. So but he understands that it can't be his daddy. So it is what it is.
But that's where I was about to ask you, though. Like, do you really feel like it can't be? Like, if, just hypothetically speaking, because we were speaking earlier, and I was like, you said he needs help. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people do need help, and I try to help my baby daddy too. I if he let me talk to him, because you know, sometimes people don't like to hear the things they don't like to hear the good things, because they have everybody around them telling them that what they need to be doing. When they know it is. Mm-hmm. So let's say hypothetically he did change, like he did a whole 360 and he's a better man. Do you think you would just keep that as a co-parenting healthy relationship or friendship, or would you like try again? Because sometimes I miss my baby daddy.
I miss him to a certain extent. I miss the bond, like our friendship
before everything.
I miss the friendship. As soon as he get the idea of us being in a relationship, shit goes ziggity boom. Yeah. So it's like, no, I'd rather just keep it right there where it is. I've tried more than 3 times. My thing, I have this thing in life where I give a motherfucker 3 tries. Yeah. That goes for friendships, relationships, whatever. Like, yeah. I'm gonna give you 3 tries, 3 strikes, you're out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I rocked out the first
3 strike method.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that first year, it was hard. It was the roughest. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna give up after this first year. I'm not gonna give up on you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Second year, boom. All right, now I'm rocking with you, but I don't see no change. You know what I'm saying? Now that third year, that third try, that third whatever you want to call it, I was just like, you know what? It's time to go. Yeah. Because you're not changing. Yeah. And then I just see, like you said earlier, about how they speak to other people in their life, like their mother and their sister. I see how he verbally abuses his mother, his sister, anybody, his other baby mothers. Oh, baby. He talks to us with the utmost disrespect. Yeah. So it's like, you never gonna change for little old me. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
So you just don't see
I just rather you go and be somebody else's problem. He's a problem.
I agree.
And the next person, and the next person, and the next person, they're gonna see that. Yeah. Nobody's gonna want to be with him until you change. Like,
until you change. And I don't see myself in my baby daddy either.
Yeah, it's over with. It's just like,
but I honestly do want him to change.
I would love that. I would love it.
I want him to change for my daughter.
Yeah, for the kid.
Who pushed you? Who pushed you? Was it Messiah or was it somebody else? She pushed you? Who pushed you?
She finna go off.
I want him to change. And it comes back on my dad, like my bio dad, because he still to this day calls females B words. And for me to just see that, just imagine my mom not being a great mom, not teaching me these things.
And you thinking it's supposed to be okay.
It's
like,
and even when I was with my baby father, he used to say it's normal. Everybody does it.
No.
And that's why I'm not even mad at him no more. Because his mind is, he's around, his environment is that. He never seen or learned real respect. Real love and respect. So it's like, I'm not gonna even sit here and keep being mad at you, bro. You just that's why now
know how to deal with a person. Like,
now when I date, I need to know, how was your childhood?
I know that's right. Yeah, where did you come from?
I want to get to know you, because you can have a poor childhood, you can have a no daddy and your no mom.
It still grows to be
but I still want to know, how did you? Where was your leadership? Are you a leader? Can you speak to women and respect them? Can you communicate? Because if you cannot do that, I don't want it.
Yep.
And I feel like my family always say the same thing about me. My mind is just way too out of there for somebody who's just too small. So like, I'm out here really trying to get married, and you out here just trying to have an attachment and have fun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't
That's
collide that.
Small-minded people, they think real small. People really have given up on like real love and real how stuff is really supposed to go. Everybody's so traumatized.
Right.
It's scary. It's really scary.
We're traumatized too.
Yeah, we're traumatized, but at the same time, we're willing to you know what I'm saying?
Like,
we
let
haven't
go.
Completely given up.
So when you date now, are you holding yourself back, or are you being your full soft feminine self, like as if nothing ever happened to you? You're trusting them fast. You're just giving them that fresh start. You're not putting your past trauma onto that person. Are you doing that?
I don't do that. I don't trauma dump on the next man or nothing like that. Now, if we talking about what I've been through or whatever, and you take it and do what you do with it, but no, I'm not gonna sit there and blame another man's action on you. Even though I do think how I think. Like I said, at the end of the day, I do think men cheat. I don't care.
But sis, that means you're doing it.
But no, I still give you a fresh start. I still give that fresh start. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna you know what I'm saying, until you give me that reason.
Until somebody prove you wrong.
Now,
okay.
If you give me a reason to start thinking how I think, then it's like, okay, I'll put that guard up and I'll kind of love you from a distance because I know you playing games. But if it's a fresh situation and I'm trying to go in with, trying to learn how to trust this person, I'm all for it. I ain't finna be thinking of no crazy shit in my head or nothing like that. I'm cool. I'm cool until you not cool. I'm cool until you give me a reason not to be. That's how I feel. I be chilling. Like, I really just be chilling until you turn me up. You know what I'm saying? You try to play in my face. I don't like to be played with.
I don't either.
Yeah, and I don't like for somebody to try to play me like I'm stupid. Because
because I feel like I had this thing where I feel like I give run over. I do, because I feel like I give run over to guys. Because I'm very soft spoken. I'm the last guy I was talking to. I told you about him, and I was just always quiet. He don't know how I felt about him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that I actually was attached to him because I didn't express that. I wasn't always texting. I was one of those that I would text you the next day, even though I want to text you right now. I'll call you another day, even though I want to call you right now.
I be on that sometimes. I just don't want to feel.
I be scared. Like, if I show a guy that I like you, you're not gonna like me no more.
I see why you say that, because I've done that before too. I be all like, should I text him? I don't want to be blowing up. But at the same time, you gotta show that.
And he used to push himself on me. He used to be like, "Why you didn't text me back?" Or, "You see me text you up," and I just like
make up some like,
I don't know, like. Because I'm so scared, but I haven't experienced anything after my baby daddy yet, and I really want to, but it's just me holding myself back because I can honestly say I have ran into some great guys, great to the point where I don't know how to handle talking to you, like so great to the point where I don't even know how to communicate with you, because I remember I ran into this one guy and he had to check me. He checked me and he ain't hear from me for a minute. He cleared me. He told me, "I am not one of these other dudes and you will not talk to me like that." Because I trauma dumped. I would talk to him crazy like, "Why you answer your phone?" And he's really one of those busy guys that really stand on business with his making money and working and stuff. And I was just like,
and that's why I say, like, when I say certain things, I be like, it all depends on who it is. Certain men bring out, the softness in you, or some men bring out the fucking asshole in you. Like, there's a lot of dudes that I have to talk crazy to.
That is you. I've seen you before.
They make you talk to them like that, and they like that shit.
They do.
I got a lot of dudes that really like that shit, and I have some that will check you. Like, look, you talked to the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? And I like that shit. I like to be put in my place.
So, do you feel like
I like to be put in my place?
Do you feel like your type is different now?
I don't think I have a type.
Like, okay, for instance, is your baby dad like one of those like mean dudes, or Like for instance, like my baby dad, he's mean, and that's my. I feel like that's my type.
That's a characteristic, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as a type,
Or like hood dudes.
I don't really. That's what I'm saying. I don't really have a type. If
You'll
I
just
like
talk to anybody.
I'll talk to you. If I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
If I like you, and I can see something, I'll talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I feel like the relationship changed me so much to the point where I want who y'all gonna call square.
I know that's right.
I want me a square guy. I'm so traumatized.
I want the ugly one and the square dude.
I want who y'all gonna
pretty ones.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm looking for the square dudes in a way.
I want something different. I want a normal guy. I don't want a guy. Listen, I want something normal, and it's like I have this thing where I don't know why I do this, but I like to talk to people who are somebody that I can like fix. I don't know why. I always want to talk to somebody that I can like grow with,
help improve.
Yeah, but I want to grow with you. So I see you at this point, this low point in your life.
Together, like,
I want to take you with me. Like I want you to grow with me. I want us to walk in Christ together. But that's another thing. Like dating somebody that can actually lead you in Christ too.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to just be so worldly.
Yeah.
I want to live by the Spirit. I want us to pray together.
You want to do
I know I'm not in that space where I'm going to be celibate.
Yeah.
I'm not in that space yet. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not in that space where I'm going to be celibate and wait till marriage. Like, I'm not in that headspace yet.
No,
I can probably get there. Yeah. I keep feeding my spirit with God's word. And walking out of this lukewarm situation, but I honestly want to meet somebody that's not always into worldly things. Like men just be into sex.
Yeah, they do.
And do you believe in soul ties and energy transfers?
Oh yes, that's a big.
I feel like I'm getting attached to you. Like that's another thing. When I was talking to that guy, I got attached to him, and I had to really self-reflect. What is it that I like about him? Nothing. What do I like about you? You're not helping me grow. We're not having real conversations. You're not helping me grow as a woman, as a parent. It was just type of thing. It turned into something sexual because I didn't want to always talk. I was scared to really talk to him. I was scared to show that I liked him, and and then I started to feed off of him liking me so much more when we were in that space of just having sex.
Yeah.
Like
they would try to make that.
I want to get out of that, sis.
They would try to make that normal. They lust over you.
Like you never had that where like you're kind of being used as a pocket pussy. And I had to check him. I'm not your pocket pussy.
Your baby daddy, girl. He always wants some pussy.
Yeah, and that's one
annoying.
Of the things. It was so hard to stop having sex with my baby dad because I used to feel like it was his. Like he was obligated to, like if he wanted to. Yeah,
I had to give it to you.
Yeah. Even after we broke up, it took me a minute to stop.
There times where I wasn't in the mood,
or I didn't want to go to somebody else.
Like, type shit.
Really?
Yes. Towards the end of it, that's when I knew it was time for this shit to.
Actually, it was
time to wrap this shit
I can
up.
say the same.
Once I got to that, it was like, it's time.
Yeah.
I'm not even feeling the sex no more. Yeah, you gotta go, bro.
Yeah. Because we're drained.
Yeah, it's like
but after when we broke up, I was obsessed with the excitement of us being broken up, but still messing around. I had to really let
that shit go. Yeah, because that's what they want to use you for.
Yeah,
that's my little thing. And no, it's not.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, probably a few months ago, but a while back, basically, I came to you and I was just like, I'd be scared about posting and scared to record myself. It was one of my biggest dreams ever, but you taught me, you just have this confidence in you, and I love it. Like, it inspires me to be confident and to just be myself.
To get like this, honestly. I used to be like that. I used to, honestly.
It's not even just about posting. It's more so like I see that with clothes, with material things, worldly things. I realize that you make the best out of whatever you do. What makes you happy. And me, I'm always like, I should wear this because it might make them
second guessing yourself or thinking about what other people.
I should have my hair like this, or
I've been said stop.
So
stop thinking about
what made you like get into that.
Me be like that.
Yes,
like I said, I used to be like that. I used to think real bad, like what people thought about me.
Yeah.
You know. But now it's just like, for what? I don't know. Now I just be like, fuck people.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
fuck people with just,
Yeah.
you know me. That'd be the first thing that come to my mind. Girl, fuck you. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like that. It's just because at the same time, you're a human, just like I'm a human. You bleed just like I bleed.
Yeah.
We all go through shit. So who are you to judge me? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, who are you really to judge me? And then the same thing that people be trying to point out or talk about or like bully people about.
Yeah.
Their own insecurities and shit that they're going through themselves. So it's like, I really just let people do the talking because it just don't bother you. They talked about Jesus.
Yeah.
It don't. Yeah. I try not to really let it bother me because
I mean that's how I look at it now. I look at it like that's why I'm able to open up a lot and be vulnerable because God still loves me so much. I'm so highly favored.
And then the things that you go through make you who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, what am I ashamed of?
Yeah.
Nobody can expose me.
Yeah.
Nobody can spill some tea on me.
Yeah.
Because, nigga, I told you that. It's my testimony. At the same time. I don't try to change up nothing or mean nothing out because it makes me who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not ashamed of nothing. Everybody, you all got a story.
Yeah.
How interesting is you gonna make your story?
It's just like, now I look at it like, you don't need confirmation. I don't need it no more.
You don't.
I don't need
You're beautiful.
I don't need to wear what you want me to wear. I don't have to be who you want me to be. God loves me.
Yes. And one thing about you,
Cheyenne,
you're beautiful on the inside and outside.
Yeah.
So that
thank you.
That right there is just like, who cares what you think about me? Well,
yeah. I feel like, but it's not even just me. I feel like we all go through this. I mean, I seen a guy even said he gets scared when he posts.
Yeah, I do. We all do that. It's just
like we just have to put it in our head like,
no matter how many likes, how many views.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Now I really don't check and see how many views. I try to tell you don't worry about views because it's gonna come, right?
It's gonna, the right person see you.
Yeah,
they see you.
Yeah,
it don't matter if they like it or not. They see you, bro, and they gonna say they got something to say whether it's good or bad. So let them talk. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
that's why whatever I do post, I make sure it's top tier. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't too much that you can say.
Sometimes I have these mini outbursts in my head where I post my little clips and stuff like that, and I be like, well, what if somebody don't like it?
But let them.
But
they say opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
We shouldn't care about feelings. We shouldn't care about people. We shouldn't care because it just be insecurities.
It be insecurities, and 9 times out of 10, these are strangers.
Yeah,
you probably never gonna run into them in life. They just trolling on the internet because they bored, they broke, they miserable.
Yeah,
that's what it really is.
And then most of the time, it don't even be negative interactions. People actually be liking.
They love your shit, yeah.
And people actually be liking you. Like we're our biggest enemy.
Yeah,
we're our biggest enemy. We are.
Yeah.
And
I can say I went through a very insecure stage where I thought I wasn't pretty.
Where it's like you're fighting yourself.
Yeah,
and I really think
I was starting to believe all the things that my baby daddy used to say. I was starting to believe that.
That is literally why I stopped recording.
So like, maybe I am ugly, or maybe I am.
Yes, you telling me I'm ugly. You telling me if I cut my hair, I'm gonna be ugly.
Nobody gonna like you. Nobody gonna want to be with you. Blah 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 blah.
You got a kid. Nobody want nobody with a kid. Girl, they love us moms out here. They love moms for some reason. I don't know why they think that's so attractive, but we really need to get into that.
We don't play. We take this mother shit serious. It's not just a title with us.
Yes,
it's a lifestyle. Like,
so I think we should get in that next episode. Who we were when we were in that weak spot
versus who we are now.
I learned that it don't matter who you are. Everybody has a weakness, and a lot of people nowadays are in that weak spot. Yep. But we got out of it. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about how we came out of that weak spot and
taking accountability, knowing where you need improvement at, and just facing it. You gotta face yourself.
Face who you are.
Stop trying to run from problems.
Yeah.
And
run from who you are. Yeah. Because I look at it like this. Certain people has to drink, has to smoke, has to drink coffee, and sometimes when I drink coffee too, it changes things.
It makes you feel.
But when you do all of that, it makes you like, okay, I'm gonna post this much.
Yeah.
Or I feel so pretty. I'm gonna take pictures. But as soon as that high go away, you're sober and the caffeine go away, you realize
like
you're the problem.
Reality.
You're the problem. Yeah. Because it's only you stopping
it's only you.
Yes. It's nobody else. Because when you're drunk and when you're high, you're like, I don't care if anybody don't like this. Yes. No, it's you.
You need to stay on that natural high. You have that natural high all the time. And
so it's something in you that's stopping you from being free in who you are and what you do. Like and it just being happy in this place. And I learned another thing is we so big on our next destination and we don't be happy where we at right now.
Gotta focus on where we gotta take it one step at a time.
Because I be thinking, I was like, okay, 6 months ago I said I wanted to do this. So now I need to like calm down. Like be happy where I'm at.
Give ourselves some credit. And we still need to go. We still haven't stepped out. We ain't did nothing.
We still haven't had a girls' night.
All we know is being moms.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be our next thing. Maybe next weekend we'll step out. We'll put on some heels, get cute.
We'll go
celebrate our accomplishments. Our small accomplishments. All accomplishments. Because we take a baby step and we get there.
Yeah.
Slow motion is definitely better than
no motion.